Peace and blessings, family. My name is Nikki Ewing, and welcome to the Rose Garden Sanctuary. If you're catching this on YouTube, thank you so much for checking me out on my platform here. If you really enjoy my content, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're catching this on Patreon, thank you for being a supporter. Continue to share my Patreon, and if you want to be a part of that, the link is in the bio. You can contribute in any way that you feel is helpful or beneficial. There are multiple tiers. Tiers. So today we are going to be talking about dead season, and most importantly, why I coined this specific time of year as dead season. All right, so grab what you need and then come on back so we can chat more. All right, family. So while you're getting prepared to learn more about what is the dead season, I want to take this opportunity to say I have a new blog out right now that is called How to Hold Space: Inclusivity in Yoga and Wellness Spaces. It is a blog that I'm going to tag below in the description of this vlog, and I would love for you all to read it. I've been getting some really good feedback lately, and I want to bring you into that conversation as well. So when you're finished with this video, head over to my blog site, laconcreterose.com, and check out my new blog titled How to Hold Space. I want to also let you know that right now all of my services and products are 50% off. Yes, 50% off. I have rose water, hair and skin serum, little Rolodex oils for aromatherapy, and my services of Reiki therapy, yoga therapy, and holistic health and wellness life coaching is all 50% off. So book your appointment now for your free consultation. Peace and blessings. Now let's get back to the video. Peace and blessings, family. Welcome back. I have my water, which is something that I really need. So let's get into why I call winter dead season. Now, I want you to know that this is not some epiphany-ish type of reason. It isn't something that is very complex. It comes from a space of observing. It comes from a space of mindfulness. It comes from a space of really sitting with nature, being in nature, watching nature, communing with nature, and really allowing these downloads, as some call it, to drop into my spirit. The reason that I call winter dead season is because when you look around, it is a time of hibernation. Simply put, when we watch the animals, majority, if not all of the animals, are in hibernation. And so we spend the fall time reaping our harvest and benefiting from our harvest. We stockpile those things, and then we go inside and we hibernate, right? Also, when we look at plant life, the vast majority of the plants are dying off until spring. Yes, there are some plants that thrive, like the pine tree, which is why it was a sacred tree in paganism and still is. That's where the concept of a Christmas tree came from. It came from paganism, which is a legitimate religion in Europe, or was at one point in time in Europe. It was held as sacred because it was the only plant life that survived. And so when we observe nature, we are really taking in what is happening before our very eyes, and we can apply that to our spiritual practice, because a huge part of being a spiritualist or working within a traditional ATR across the diaspora is really being able to observe and sit with nature and commune with nature, and then apply those things to your spiritual practice. And so that is why I coined this time as dead season. Another really important reason that I coined this time as dead season is because when you look across the diaspora, from Mexican culture to Native American culture to African culture to African American culture, during the winter time, we have a lot of feasts and festivals that have to do with venerating our ancestors, venerating the dead. Now, want us to keep in mind that veneration does not mean worship. We are not bowing down to our ancestors. We are honoring them. We are uplifting them. We are showing and expressing gratitude for the people that walked by our side and fought for us and fought with us in the physical realm during their time of living on this earth, that are still doing the same thing after life, in death, in the spiritual realm. That is where we talk about guardian angels. Those are angels. The same way that we believe that angels walk with us, that we have guardian angels, why wouldn't our ancestors be also our guardian angels? Why not? Why can't that be so? And so when we look at these festivals and these feasts and these fetes that have to do with venerating our ancestors and venerating the dead, we are honoring their life. We are honoring their existence all around us. And that is done during winter. We see it with All Saints Day, All Souls Day. At the beginning of winter, we see it for a lot of us who have Native American blood. We honor them now on what once was Columbus Day, right? We have a lot of people that do Fête Gede during almost the whole lot of November, which is winter. And the reason that these things happen is because in winter, we have a lot more span of darkness. It gets dark early, so we have more nighttime than daytime. And so during this time, a lot of people say that the veil is thin, because it is. That is why we honor our ancestors during this time. It's because it is a prime time for communion with the spirits, especially with the Most High. It's not just our ancestors. It is the prime time to commune with the Most High and our ancestors and our spirit team. Why? Because morning is here a lot earlier. And so we can rise in the morning. We commune with our ancestors in the morning. And then at nighttime as well. We cater more time to going within to speak with the Most High and our ancestors. Right? And so when we speak to the veil being thin, that means that the separation or the divide between the afterlife and waking life is lowered. It is lowered down. That's why a lot of strange things happen during this time. And so with that, the veil is thin, which makes it easier to commune with your ancestors. You may experience a lot more paranormal activity during this time. You may feel a little bit more sensitive or on edge during this time. You may feel more in tune with things during this time. A lot more synchronicities, a lot more happenstances during this time. Because the veil is thin, because it is dead season. It is the season of the dead. Another reason which I really want to lay thick, this is what in my personal opinion, right? When it comes to really and truly why I call this season the dead season or season of the dead, is because when we take all of those things, when we combine all of these things, the fact that it's time to hibernate, when we combine the fact that the veil is thin, and so it's really easier during this time to commune with your ancestors and to commune with the Most High. It is because when we break down all of those things, the purpose of going within and hibernating is to commune with yourself. It is to get to know yourself. Winter is not the time for planning. It's cold. It gets dark early. During this time, it is time to go inside. It's time to go within. And so when we look at nature, again, it goes back to how I said, applying it to real life, our life. If it's Where animals hibernate, if it gets dark early, if the veil is thin, this is a time for introspection. This is a time to fine tune and sharpen your spiritual practice. It is time to up your protection. It is time to really sit with the Most High. It's really time to really sharpen the tools according to whatever your religious or spiritual affiliation is. Work on your workings. Sit with the Bible. Sing those hymns. Really strengthen your spiritual relationship with the Most High. That is what dead season is all about. If it gets dark early and it's time to go inside earlier, why not use that time to really focus on yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally? Why not work on yourself during this time? This is a prime time because there's really no expectation to go out and do things. It is a time to really slow down. And so during this season that I coin as dead season, it is really that time to shed away the aspects of yourself that may have been presented as barriers. It's shedding away the aspects of yourself that really hold you back. Shedding aspects of yourself that may be trauma, that may be emotional barriers, whatever that case may be. But it's doing the introspective work because it's putting to rest those aspects of ourselves that doesn't serve us going into the new year. And when I say doesn't serve us, it isn't the cliche mindful yogi jargon. What I mean by that is it going to help you go into the next level that you're wanting to go into? Is it going to help you grow and evolve into the person that you really want to be? Is it going to help you hit those targeted goals? If not, then it doesn't serve a purpose. It doesn't serve a reason. And so during this season that I coin as dead season, it is that time of going within. You're going within. Yes, you're staying in the house. However, you're going within. You are communing with your ancestors. You're communing with the Most High. You are strengthening your spiritual relationship. And all these things are in service to when it is spring, when it is the new year, and the plants are blossoming, the animals are coming out of hibernation, things are feeling fresh and bright and vibrant and renewed. We too come out feeling fresh and vibrant and renewed. But it's because we've slowed down and we've taken the space that we've needed to decompress and really put to rest. What doesn't need to go into this new season? This is dead season. This is hibernation season. This is introspective season. And so dead season may sound a little eerie, a little suspicious. However, when you look around, this is not the time to be going out and doing all these things and ripping and running. It is a time to slow down and to go within and to rest and to commune. And I say commune because commune is so sacred. If I'm communing, I'm breaking bread with you. I'm speaking life into you. You're speaking life into me. It is very intentional. It doesn't have to be with every and anybody. It's with people that you hold sacred and dear to your heart. And you're shedding together. You're letting go together. You're pouring into each other. So happy dead season. Peace and blessings.